unity in motion. Okay, so we're going to do unity in motion, the corporate move. And I don't know if you've had opportunity to lead a congregation in movement and worship, or maybe even lead a team in movement or worship. And I've had that opportunity on numerous occasions. And I've discovered some tips about how to lead in movement doing those things. And one is to keep it simple. You don't want to make complicated moves. You figure one could put 1,000 to flight, two could put 10,000 to flight. There's power in unity, when we're all in one accord. A lot of times when we come to church, we're stressed out trying to get there on time, or, maybe things at home were hectic before you're trying to get out the door and this and that. And your mind is like all over the place, and there's traffic, and then you come into church, it's like, okay, we're here. All right, let's worship. And so coming together in unity, we focus our attention on the Lord and focus our attention on worship, and things happen. It's a wonderful thing. So by sometimes leading the congregation in movement, or leading the team, or those that may want to follow while they're even in the seats or the pews, it creates this kind of unity. So anyhow, when you do that, there's some tips. If the goal is to bring unity, you want to be able to have everybody be able to follow, even grandma in the back row. So you want to keep it simple. For people who never danced before, you wouldn't want to do, up, up, down, down, turn around, run, that you lose them. Then there wouldn't be any unity, right? So keeping it simple might just be, hands going like this, or maybe just like a step touch with a clap, just something side to side, just real easy that people can do and follow, maybe up and down, kind of like I did whenever I did warfare, weapons of warfare. I tried to keep it fairly simple, and we did, the punching, and, it was fairly easy to follow for most, I believe. So keeping it simple. You also want to make it repetitive. So repeat the movement over and over again. And by the time that you're bored with it and you're ready to move on to something else, they're just getting it, right? So you want to make it repetitive. So keeping it simple and repetitive. The third thing is predictable. You want it's so completely opposite from choreography, but you do want to make unity in motion predictable. So if you're doing, let's say, 8 over here, chances are you're probably going to do 8 over here, right? So, and repetitive. So you might do 8 more over here, and you might do 8 more over here. So it's simple, it's repetitive, and predictable. So if you're doing, 8 here, and you wouldn't want to like all of a sudden go forward and back, right? Or around in a circle or something, because it's, not predictable. It kind of throws somebody off. But if you're doing 8 this way, chances are they will think, oh, maybe they're not thinking consciously, but subconsciously it's like, okay, 8 over this way. That's easy to follow. You want to try to avoid doing turns or circles, because by the time you get around, they're just figuring out, oh, she turned or he turned. And so then you're on to something else and they're just finishing up their turn. So it's probably not a good idea to do any kind of turning. Keeping in mind grandma in the back row, keeping up with you. Also, probably lateral moves, side, if you're going to move from your one spot, make it more side to side. Obviously, if people are in chairs or pews, they're limited space. They won't be able to go forward or back, right? So if they're, so sideways movements are okay. Or maybe turn sideways and, if it's a warfare, kind of idea, you can, do that sideways or something. Or a grapevine step, maybe not even grapevine, maybe just step touch. step together, step together, step together, step together. And then the other thing is you might want to do half of the body first, like maybe the feet movements first. And then once they get the hang of that, then add the arm movements, right? So like if you're doing step together, step together, step together, and step together, step together, step together, going that way, okay, we repeat it. It's simple, it's predictable, it's not turning, right? And then maybe we can add some arms with it. So when we're going step together this way, we might go like this with the arms going that way, right? When we go the other way, since you've already practiced the arms, you can do the arms going this way, let's say. Or if you're doing the feet first, then you might want to introduce the arms, but maybe just try one thing at a time, either teach the arms first or teach the feet first, and then kind of put it all together. And so just keep it simple, predictable, repetitive, one part at a time, either feet or arms, and then putting it together. So that's about it, I think, So what we're going to do with just a couple of minutes, I want to, like at the conferences, we usually, say there's 50 people at the conferences, we have maybe 5 groups of 10 people or something, and they would line up side by side, shoulder to shoulder, and one person from this end would come over, face their little congregation, and lead them, and I say, and switch, and that person goes this end, and then the next person in line comes and leads their little congregation, and then they go, I say switch, and then they go over here, and then so on. So what I'd like us to do is I'll pick a few of you to lead, and when I say switch, then the next person leads. So you just have to remember your number. So how about Amy be person number 1, and then when I say switch, then Charlesette, can you be person number 2? And I'll say switch, and Charlene, if you could be person number 3, please. Charlene, did you hear me? Okay. All right. So Amy will go first. She's there in the gold and the orange, right? And so you just follow her movements. And then Charlesette is down, well, in my screen, she's down there. But she's got the red plaid on down there. That's Charlesette. And then Charlene is wearing a gold top up there. So, all right. So 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to play some pretty fast, kind of upbeat music. And y'all keep it simple, predictable, repetitious. All right, so let's follow Amy first. I'll probably spotlight who's leading. So in fact, I could do that now. I'll go ahead and spotlight for everyone so you know who it is. All right, so here we go. Oops. Oh, come on. Hold on. Okay. Multiple windows not supported. Okay. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. That's interesting. Well, all right, let's try. Where'd it go? Okay, here we go. You ready? All right. Valleys and mountains, my highway to heaven. There's only one way, and I'm not turning. I've got my wings spread wide and my arms open. Oh, say, can you see? Raise up flag for liberty. Wave it high, let it fly. Touch the sun, push the breeze. Oh, say, can you see? There's no place I'd rather be than here with you. Is and free. Who could stand against me? Freedom, I'm riding all the way home. Freedom, I can feel the wind in my soul. Freedom, it's fire all up in my bones. Freedom, oh, freedom is my anthem. And switch, and we'll do Charlesette. Oh, freedom is my anthem. Riding the river take liberty, wave it high, let it fly. Touch the sun, catch the breeze. Oh, say, can you see? There's no place I'd rather be than here with you. Isn't free. Who can stand against me? And switch. Thank you. All right, let me find Charlene. Where'd she go? I don't see Charlene. Oh, there she is. All right. All right. Freedom is my anthem. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. Freedom, I can feel the wind in my soul. Freedom, there's a fire all in my bones. Freedom, oh, freedom is my anthem. Amen. All right, good, good, good. Thank you, guys. I think I'll go ahead and do it too. So let me spotlight myself and I'll do it for you. So let me spotlight myself. I won't do the whole song, but I'll just do a little bit. So, all right, here we go. But you guys did great. That was really nice. Thank you. All right, here we go. From the valleys to the mountains, my highway to heaven. There's only one way, and I'm not turning. I've got my wings spread wide and my arms open. Oh, say, can you see? Raise up like liberty, wave it high, let it fly. Touch the sun, catch the breeze. Oh, say, can you see? There's no place I'd rather be than here with you. Isn't free. Who can stand against me? Freedom, I'm riding all the way home. Freedom, I can feel the wind in my soul. Freedom, it's fire all up in my bones. Freedom, oh, freedom is my anthem. Freedom, I'm riding all the way home. Freedom, I can feel the wind in my soul. Freedom, it's fire all up in my bones. Freedom, oh, freedom is my anthem. Ride the river till the earth shakes. Gonna hit the ground hard till every chain breaks. There's only one death and only one grace that can make a dead man walk right out of the grave. Oh, say, can you see? Raise up like liberty, wave it high, let it fly. Touch the sun, catch the breeze. Oh, say, can you see? There's no place I'd rather be than here with you. Isn't free. Who can stand against me? Freedom, I'm riding all the way home. Freedom, I can feel the wind in my soul. Freedom, it's fire all up in my bones. Freedom, oh, freedom is my anthem. Freedom, I'm riding all the way home. Freedom, I can feel the wind in my soul. Freedom, it's fire all up in my bones. Freedom, oh, freedom is my anthem. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. So you get the idea anyway. I probably shouldn't do it fast. If I was leading a congregation, I probably wouldn't do that fast part, but you got the idea. So, but thank you guys. That was great. We're going to take a little break until 10 because I wanted to, start the class right at 10. So we'll go class from 10 to 12. So go ahead and take a little break and we'll see you back at 10. All right, I'm going to stop the recording here.